So this is how I heat up his milk now. It is a portable one. I have it charging right now and heating up at the same time. These are the Philips event bottles, and they look the same than the original ones, other than the nipple is different. You can see that it goes inwards, so it makes the bottle flow. It does not leak when you flip it over like the old style, the normal one, the normal nipple of the Advent. When you flip it over, it would leak. But here it does not. It would only go if he sucks on it. So it's like paste and pretty much like breastfeeding nipple tip, and he absolutely loved it, and he takes this bottle so good now. And I've had that bottle for a month, and I started introducing it to him. So in general, he didn't really take the bottle very well. He'd take it when he had to, kind of like he wouldn't drink all of the milk. But with this bottle, he completely takes 3-4 ounces, no problem. And he's pretty much, yeah. Good morning, guys, and welcome to my channel. I haven't done a sit down video in a while, and I just decided to do one to kind of update just how my postpartum is going. It's gonna be a pretty much the whole 6-month postpartum. I'm almost 7 months postpartum, as Willie is almost 7 months in a week, so it's pretty much the whole 6 month and I guess back. So at 6 months, I got my first postpartum period, so I was not excited for that, but it's okay. And pretty much this video is pretty much why I'm making this video is I lost my supply, and now I'm fully bottle feeding him. Right now I'm fully bottle feeding him breast milk, whatever I had in my freezer. And I was fortunate enough for a mama to donate to me a big stash of her breast milk that she didn't need, that her child didn't need anymore. So I get a pretty good supply from her. I'm very thankful for her. He's been on fully bottle for a week, almost a week now, like almost a week now, and I've been trying. I will breastfeed him like once a day, but there's pretty much nothing there, and when I pump, there's like I maybe get an ounce from like the whole day. So I officially lost my supply. I pretty much struggled with my supply from the start. Like I would say from month 2, I started struggling with my supply. It would dip down dramatically, and the way I only brought it up was by, drinking breast milk, breastfeeding pills, and doing lactation cookies and lactation bars and lactation tea, and that would bring it back up and it would be going okay. But as soon as I stop, it would start, like I had a lot of dips where I was like, where it wasn't enough for him. And at 4 months, so pretty much 2 months of that, and at 4 months I noticed that it wasn't enough for him, so I started giving him 1 bottle of formula a day, but he just did not like formula. He was not a fan. None of my kids were a fan of formula, so I never gave them formula. But as I noticed that, you know, my milk wasn't enough, and I kept on, you know, struggling with my supply. And then pretty much at 5 months, I started introducing him some foods a little bit, but he wasn't interested at all. So I just, you know, didn't really try too much on the foods. But pretty much once he turned 6 months, I tried, you know, giving him some purees first. And then slowly, you know, after seeing that he will take purees, then I wanted to do the baby-led weaning, but he wasn't even interested in purees. And I have been like giving him as much as I like introducing it, but he's slowly getting into it. He's almost 7 months, and he's just barely starting to get interested in food, but he's mostly still just liking to be, you know, just breast milk. So I don't know what I'm gonna do after the frozen breast milk is all used up. But I am gonna order 2 different kind of formulas next week and just see if he would like any of those. And then just hopefully slowly transition him into formula once that stash is up. I think it will last him a month. So by 8 months, I might need to see, or I might get some more donated milk. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that is where we are right now. So I was just struggling with my supply, and at 5 months it seemed okay. Like, you know, I would give him some formula. He would barely take it. But I pretty much knew from the beginning that I didn't have enough, because the nights that he would sleep a couple hours and I would wake up, my breasts were never hard with how it was with the other kids. I never felt like I needed to pump, and because of that, I knew that I didn't have a good supply, because even if he would go for hours without eating, that they wouldn't be that hard, and there would be nowhere near where I would need a pump. And with the other kids, you know, if I go 4-hour stretches, I would be like dying. I need a pump right now, kind of thing. So I definitely knew I didn't have a good supply from the start. But I'm happy that we pretty much made it to almost 7 months. So pretty much 6.5 months. So I'm glad we got to the 6-month mark. And now I'm on still breast milk, but donated breast milk for at least another month until it ends. And I'm so happy that the bottles that I got it through a review. So I'm subscribed to this review website, and they send me questionnaires sometimes to see like what age my kids are and if I'm interested in any of their products, and if I get in time, if I am interested in like some baby products, they send me stuff. And they sent me this bottle. I didn't even know that they were gonna send me this bottle, and I'm like, oh cool, okay, we have. And he actually takes the only bottle that he somewhat takes is the Avent Philips one, and then he completely loved this bottle and took it so well. So I'm so happy because it was right in time. I've had this bottle for a month, and I've been fully feeding him a week, so it came just right on time for the whole bottle feeding him. And yeah, that is where we are at. I feel sad that I'm done with breastfeeding, as he's my last. And I I don't know, I'm sure all of you mamas understand when something doesn't go your way. I was really hoping to breastfeed him to a year, and I was pretty sad and devastated that I wasn't able to breastfeed him till a year. I felt like a failure. I felt like my body, you know, couldn't do what it's supposed to. But I understand that, you know, I tried all of those, you know, breast milk boosters and they help somewhat, but it's just, you know, my body just doesn't produce a whole bunch of milk, and it was done and it was okay. And I just have to, you know, as you know, some people can only breastfeed their baby one day and some people can't at all, and it's just how it is. And I'm thankful that there are places where you can get donated breast milk if your, you know, baby doesn't take formula, which I'm grateful I was able to, because I know it would be way more stressful for me right now if I didn't have the donated breast milk and I had to completely have him on formula right away, and he just hates formula. That would be really hard for me. So I'm thankful that I have the frozen breast milk that I could try and ease him into formula, and hopefully that works. And yeah, that's pretty much where we are at with, you know, I'm done breastfeeding, and I got my period at my 6th, pretty much this month, and I turned, so it is April now, so in March, middle of March was my birthday, and then a few days later he turned 6 months, and then I don't remember where, but then I got my period. So a lot of stuff happened. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened in this last month, but we are doing good. We are struggling with sleep. I tried to sleep train him, but it just isn't working. He is very determined to get his bottle in the middle of the night, and he likes to have 3 to 4 naps during the day, which at his age he's supposed to take 2 to 3 naps. So we are trying, but he gets very cranky and wants his nap. So I'm trying to find a good schedule during the day, which I know it's gonna take at least a week or more to try and get him on a good schedule during the day. So he tries to stay awake more, because he usually stays. So right now he is awake 2 hours, and so he wakes up, I give him a bottle, he plays, and then he goes to sleep. His awake window is 2 hours, and then he sleeps only 1 hour, and then he wakes up, and he goes to bed like at 9-10 p.m. I tried to give him an earlier bedtime, like at 7. He just thinks it's a nap. He sleeps 1 hour and then he's ready to get up, and you know, he thinks it's a nap. So that didn't work for us. So we are in the midst of trying to find out a schedule for him, and I'm trying to sleep train him, but I just get super exhausted and I give in, because it's just I'm kind of doing a cry it out, but it's just he starts with whining, but then he doesn't go back to sleep. You know, that I would be okay with, you know, him whining. That's how my first one, he would just whine a little bit and then he would go back to sleep. He's like, okay, you're not giving me food, I'll go back to sleep. But this guy, he starts whining and then he gets louder and he gets louder and he goes bizarre wailing, crying, and I'm like, okay, you know, I can't let him cry like that. So I just pick him up and I give him the bottle and stuff. So with this guy, it's a little bit more difficult to sleep train him, but we will try and with the day schedule, because I read that the day schedule affects the night schedule. You know, if he's sleeping a lot during the day, then he'll wake up a lot during the night because he's sleeping throughout the day too. But a whole bunch of other stuff, and I will share with you guys once he does get sleep trained and it works, or just how it's going. But I think that is it for this video. I just wanted to do pretty much an update of what's going on. So why I haven't posted in a little bit is because I just am completely exhausted. He is waking up a lot at night. I don't know why. And I'm trying to sleep train him. And so me and my husband are both exhausted. And it's not working. And I don't know, I'm completely wiped out. And that's pretty much where we are at right now. So yeah, then that is why I haven't posted in a little bit, but I will try and get back into stuff, and I will see you guys in my next video.